This is the Bullseye Podcast.
Oh, yes. You know, it doesn't get any better than this. This is not just a show anymore. It's now become a way of life. This is Bullseye on the Bullseye Network, on the Bullseye Podcast, on the Bullseye frequency of your life.
Everybody wants you. Everybody wants your love.
I just want to make
Hey,
you mine,
your time that
all
good, man?
mine. I'm in the groove tonight.
I got you on the Skype. You're dancing. I like it.
Da-da,
Back to the
da-da,
old
da-da.
days.
You saw
You're
it,
doing
you
good.
saw it,
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, you did a little dance after you kicked in. Nice.
Oh, absolutely. How you
That's
doing?
the old disco days.
How
Good,
you doing?
good. Ball's kicking in, so no cool weather, so that's nice.
Now,
Baseball, playoffs, a lot of action.
right. You're the Yankee fan, so now Yankees are down. There's disappointing losses. Tell me about your feelings as a Yankee fan. Are they going to blow this series against?
Well, we'll see, because by the time this comes out, this might be over,
It will be over,
but I'm a diehard. Maybe I'll predict. I'm going to predict a Yankee victory, because I always predict the Yankee victory. I think I don't know. It's a weird season. That's all you can say. It's a very weird season. There's no predicting anything.
Yeah, Bullseye's
right?
kind of men's a men's. Sorry, I'm men's a men's.
I mean, they're
Don't
playing
know
5
why.
straight games.
Not intense. Whatever.
I mean, it's a 5-game set. They're playing 5 straight. They never do that. They're playing all on the road in California. It's just a weird deal. There's no way other way to say it. This is a strange season, an asterisk season. So
yeah,
who knows?
I don't know if it'll ever. Do you think it'll ever go back? That's the question. Who knows?
Oh, you mean because of the virus? You think it might just stick around and it's always going to be like this?
Oh, I don't know. Well, whatever.
Who knows, right? Who knows
wait
what's going
and
to happen
see.
in April, right?
I stopped giving predictions a long time ago.
Yeah. There's who can't even predict tomorrow, right? Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? I can't even go that far.
You know what we can predict, though, right?
What?
The Bullseye Top 100. Hit it!
This is the Bullseye Top 100.
Yes, always predictable.
I love it.
Always
I love
consistent.
it. I love it.
The Bullseye.
Did you write that jingle or what? Did you write that little game show music?
Oh, yeah, what we do here, yes, we kind of all filled it in with my audio engineer back in the studio.
Nice.
And we try to keep things lively, and we are getting listens or views. I want to do a shout out to Honolulu, Hawaii. Hawaii.
Really? They're tuning in? Wow.
Tuning in like a mofo. Yeah, they are tuning in.
I always wanted to go there. What do you think?
No, I never really wanted to go there. What for? What? Just to ride a surf? Oh, you're a surf guy. You want a body surf bucket list?
You got to go to Hawaii once in your life, right? Just to say you've been there. Isn't that the deal?
Wear a grass skirt. Yeah, catch a wave.
Yeah, right. Wear the skirt. Do the hula, whatever they call it.
Matawa, whatever. It's too long of a flight for me. I jump out of the plane.
No, it's not. You got to go to California. I know the deal. You got to hang there for like 3 or 4 days, and then you fly to Hawaii, which is another like 5 hours. So it kind of eases it,
But you need a month out of your life, man. I mean, you literally to do it right, and then you got to recoup.
Well, to go all the way out there, yeah, you don't want to stay there for 2 days. You want to hang there for a couple of weeks, probably, right? You got to come back.
And then you got to get out there, and then you got to figure out what you're going to do other than sitting on the beach,
I hear it's weird though, people that live there, because you do feel like you're isolated. You feel like you're on an island. I know a few people that live there temporarily, and they say it is a weird feeling living there. You do feel far away. You're on the island. You get that island effect. So I could see it being an odd place to kind of settle down. Can you imagine living there the rest of your life? With the hula dress on?
Yeah, I get right with the dress. That's the key.
Bullseye with the dress.
To keep the pants on. Hey, look, I'll do anything for money. I'll do anything for money. I'll do anything for fame. So there is nothing this man will not do.
What are we talking about today?
Okay, today
Surprise.
I'm scouring through the web here. I'm trying to find something that we can ask you about. All right, I'm going to ask you. Ready for this? This is the, hey, by the way, this is the Bullseye Trivia question of the day.
And now it's time for the Bullseye Trivia question of the day.
Yeah, it's the Bullseye Trivia question of the day. Trying to find something easy for Ray because
what am I, 0 for 7 now?
no, you won. You got one last week. So,
I got one. Okay.
You'll never get these. You'll
Get a
never
winning
get
streak going.
these.
Don't give me
Okay,
too
here we
hard.
go. Ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
Dirk Nowitzki. Oh, there we go.
I might get this. Go ahead.
Okay, wait a minute. All right.
I might get this. I might
Became the
surprise you.
first player in NBA history to do what in one season?
Oh, wow. First player to do what in one season? What did he do? In one season or in his rookie season? Just one season.
One season. He became the first player in NBA history to do this in one season.
Is it a statistic?
It's a
Or is it one thing in
statistics.
one
It
game?
is a statistic for
All
that.
right, I'm gonna
Don't
say-
go by numbers. Just put the two categories that they were, high number of, and we'll get into the numbers. How would you know the numbers? Right?
I'm going to go. I go scoring,
Right.
3-point shooting,
3-point shooting is correct, and
rebounding.
no.
Assists.
Block shots.
Block shots. He blocked shots.
He
Really? Okay.
played defense, too. Boy,
That's
he was
a-
good.
That's the combination, man. I got half of it, right? Give me half credit.
Okay,
know,
you
it's
got to
not
have
bad.
credit. That does nothing in the real world. But on the Bullseye Show, we'll give you half credit. It's like the participation medal you get. That's good.
Right,
But you got
right,
it.
right.
You did get half. You did get
He was
half.
the first 7-footer, I think, to be shooting the threes, right? First 7-foot forward.
That could drain him. Like
That could drain
be
him,
considered a three.
consistently.
Yeah, I think every shot he took
Yeah.
was a 3-pointer. Actually, I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, Bird was about 6'9", but Dirk was a legit 7-foot, and he was bombing him way out there, So he had that little step back. Remember that step back shot?
Absolutely.
16-footer.
He was a good one. We miss him. Well, no.
He was good. Not as good as Larry.
All
not
right,
as
here
good
we
as
go. Here
Larry,
we go
but
with
he
the
was-
top
he was up
10. Here we go with the list, right? The Bullseye Top 100.
This is the Bullseye Top 100.
We're going to start off with the best defensive players in the NBA history.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a good one. I haven't thought
All
about
right.
that in a while.
We'll go some
Okay.
point guards, and then, so the list, we're going to go from 1 to 50 or 50 to 1 or something like that, all right? I think we're going to
Okay,
start
go-
at
go
50.
fast. Go
Okay,
fast. It's a lot, it's a lot.
Okay, I got to go
Run-
fast.
run
All right.
down 'em
Here we
fast.
go. We'll go fast. Fat Lever. Remember Fat Lever?
He was ABA, wasn't he?
Fat
what?
Lever played from 82 to 94, the Trailblazers, the Nuggets, and the Mavericks.
Yeah. Right. He was a small guy, right? But he was
Yeah,
right
he
up
was
in your
small.
in your grill. He was in your grill. Right.
2.2
Okay.
steals and 0.3 blocks. Wow.
He was tough. Okay. Go ahead.
One-time all-defensive second team. Nothing, that's it, Fat Lever. Rajon Rondo. Love his name.
Oh, wow. Is he defense? I always picture him being the
Defense,
offensive guy.
2006 to present, point guard on the Lakers now.
Right. Okay.
They're,
All right.
they're about to win a championship.
Yeah, they're in a weird season too.
Yeah,
right?
it's a weird.
And-
So who's the greatest basketball franchise of all time? The Lakers or the Celtics?
Well, it used to be the Celtics, before they had this latest 25-year dry run, But it used
Right.
to be the Celtics. Now, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's probably the Lakers. Probably the Lakers.
Yeah,
When you
right.
look at championships over the long haul,
But we
it
don't
used
care.
to be the Celtics far up to up to 1991.
Right.
Then not the Bulls because the Bulls had that Jordan run. That was about it.
Right.
Yeah, it's probably the Lakers.
Quite
Probably the
honestly,
Lakers.
I don't
Okay.
even think about it. So the hell with it. Number 8 is Chris Paul. 2005
Chris
to
Paul.
present, point guard, career per game stats, 2.4 steals a game. Wow, that's pretty good, right?
Well, he had the speed. He had the speed.
he
He's
still
hard to
has
get
it.
around him,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, great offense.
Here's a
too.
guy I used to love. One of my faves, Norm Van Leer.
Oh, I thought he'd be higher. He was like tough. He was like a rugged, tough dude, right? He was like all defense. His offense was pretty good, but he was known to be a defensive guy back then, right in the 70s.
3-time
He used to cover
all-defensive
Frazier.
first team, 5-time all-defensive
Yeah.
second team, May be forgotten, but nowadays most men don't forget.
would cover
Remember his
Clyde. He would cover
contributions,
Clyde.
right? In the '70s for the Bull Stormin' Norman.
Oh, there was another Bull on that team, but he's probably later in the list.
He was like majorly intense. He was an intense.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
Kind of like Bullseye. I'm intense too on the basketball. I throw elbows. I trip. I call people names and I slap them on the back. That's how I play.
But you're the guy you're the guy that you want on your team that fights the other guy.
Yeah, I get into the fight right away. I see what I do instead of fighting them. I just call them names and I make fun of the way they look. So it throws them all off. You know what I mean? Right.
Get in their heads.
Right. I go right after the way they look and the way their girlfriend looks and I hit them hard. Okay.
All right.
John Stockton, actually, John Stockton. There you go. I have nothing to say.
He was tough.
Yeah,
he was tough. I've seen him up close in the front row, man. He was good. He was good all around. Yeah, that's a worthy choice.
84 to 2003, point guard, Utah Jazz, 2.2 steals, 0.2 blocks, 5-time all defensive second team.
I loved him.
He liked to throw the elbows too. He liked to sharpen up the elbows.
Yeah, he put the legs in front of you too. I think not that he was dirty, but he used everything. Yeah, I liked him.
Yes.
People tell me I shot like him. What do you think?
Yeah, they say you look like him. You look like him, Pete Maravich.
Yeah, right. When I part my hair to the side, I look more like Stockton a little bit. I think. Yeah.
Stop more like Stockton.
When I was younger, when I had the longer hair. Yeah.
Right.
Robbie Benson. Thought I had the Robbie Benson look. One-on-one.
No, I thought you had the Jack Marin look.
Remember he had that red thing on his
shoulder? Yeah, he had that pigmentation, that Gorbachev he had in his arm. Right?
Yeah.
Jack
the whole
Marin.
side. Yeah.
Right. All right, we got John Stockton. Good for him. Hey, Maurice Cheeks. I used to like Mo Cheeks.
Mo Cheeks was really great.
I used to be into the Sixers for a while. I was into those Sixer teams. They were
good. They were good. They were solid. Yeah, he was a solid guy. Yep.
78 to 93, 76ers, San Antonio Spurs, Knicks, Atlanta Hawks, New Jersey Nets. 2.1 steals a game, and a lot of people have 0.3 blocks a game. How do you do that? Anyway, 4-time all-defensive first team, 1-time all-defensive second team. He was a ball hawk, and they became a coach. And now we don't know what he's doing. Jason,
he's one of the good guys.
Yeah,
one of the good guys. Yeah.
Jason Kidd.
Oh well, I thought he'd be higher because he could rebound. He would get the offensive foul. He knew how to get in front of the guy quick and then draw the foul. Oh, I thought he'd be like in the top 20. I'm surprised he'd be in the 40.
Well, Bullseye, Bullseye juggled this around a little bit because I base it on the way I feel when I do it. Like if I'm mad, I do it one way. If I'm happy, if I'm feeling good.
Right.
So I'm just picking it, you know what I'm saying? Trying to be honest. Bullseye.
Good. Well, he's a great rebounder, so that got to put him up high. But yeah, okay. He's definitely top 50.
All right, yeah, he's all right. Stats-wise, 2 steals a game. Hey, 0.3 blocks. Sound familiar? Mavericks, Suns, New Jersey Nets. You were big on the Nets when he was there, right? You went to like every game one season.
Yeah, I went to 21, half the home games, every year for like 6 years. So I saw him the whole run. Kenyon Martin. He was the best point guard I ever saw play,
Hey,
ever.
That's a big statement. Wow.
Well, Stockton was close, but I appreciated Kid with the passing game and the whole thing. Yeah, he was.
All right.
Dwayne Wade was tough. Dwayne Wade was real tough.
That's going on the summary of the podcast. Ray K.
Yeah, him, Wade, and Stockton, top 3 ever. So
okay.
Anyway, go ahead.
Here's another one. I know you'll love. Dennis Johnson, 1976, 1990.
Yeah, he was all arms. He when the guy stopped dribbling the ball, he'd be all over the guy like a hawk. And the arms would be flailing all over the place. Long arms, slap the ball. Good rebounder too. Good. Yeah, he was great all around guy. Died young too. Died young.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah. He's dead. Yeah, passed away.
I was going to see if we can get him for an interview. Too late.
10 years ago.
Really?
10 years ago. Yeah, we missed.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. First Celtic to die from that team, I think. Yeah. 80-16. Yeah, he was great. I love
all right, great on-ball defense player, surprising blocking ability for a point guard.
Yeah, he had the long arms, and he could leap. Pretty
That
good.
is Ray's homage to Dennis Johnson.
Yeah, that was my guy.
Did
That
he
was my
have
team.
freckles, Dennis Johnson? He had freckles, right?
He did. He did.
Red
Yeah,
hair
he
and
does right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, Gary Payton.
Wow, he would be like a top 5 type defender. He was. What was his nickname? The Glove. Yeah, he'd be right. The guy all the way court, full court defense all the way up, and the guy right there is fighting through the screens. Just a pain in the neck. The type of guy that you hate that's covering you. Remember when I used to play, and that guy for Lakewood would cover me. I go, oh, shoot.
Oh,
You know?
Kelvin Troy.
Yeah, yeah, no.
Darius Griffin. That's when you rolled the ball back.
Yeah, he was as quick as you, and he was all arms, and you can't get by him. So I think Peyton was one of those kind of guys.
Right. He got on people's nerves. Supersonics,
Yeah.
Bucks, Lakers, Celtics, Miami Heat. 1.8 steals a game. 0.2 blocks a game.
Yeah, yeah, he was great.
One-time Defensive Player of the Year, 9-time All-Defensive First Team. There's pretty good. The Glove.
Good pick.
Here's a guy. Ready? Clyde.
Oh man, that's like a top 2 guy. Hey, he was scary good. He was scary good. He had the defense. He had the steal. He used to always get that steal at the end of the game. It seemed, and it was tricky. He just like, wait a minute, how do you do that? He just kind of like just take it from the guy. It wasn't like he stole like the pass. It seemed like he picked the guy's pocket dribbling. He was good at like doing that. It seemed, but he was he was always in the clutch too. Like when they did the steal, he seemed to get it.
Right.
Not like the Havlicek steal when he was sold, but he would just like pickpocket the guy. Just was a good rebounder too. Yeah, he was great. Clyde was one of my favorite players.
Finished off with the Cavaliers. I remember that Cavalier team with Clyde and Jim Jones. Remember who was on the team?
That was 77. Yeah, I saw him play with them, and it was sad, because his downfall was quick. All of a sudden he was like 30 years old and over the hill.
I remember the Nick years. They were great, and Clyde. I saw him in a club in New York. I actually went into Chippendales.
Oh, really?
We went after the dancers came because we were looking for the what was left over in terms of participants.
Oh, that's a good.
And there's Clyde.
Tactic,
And there's Clyde hanging by the bar. So Anyway, I don't want to get into it with Clyde because there's stories there. There's stories, Clyde.
All right. It's good tactic.
There's Clyde's stories.
Right.
Bullseye's been everywhere. Bullseye's partied with the big names. They didn't know it, but I did. Yeah, so did I. I had a fur coat on too. No pants.
I can see that back then.
No pants. Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne
Wade.
Wade. 2003 to present. No, not present. He's gone. That way, he's married and he's got kids and he's hanging out.
He was great. He was no doubt about it. He was a strong defender, because he could leap. And he was good.
He went to Marquette, right? Dwayne Wade, Marquette.
Did he? I don't know where he went. I just know he was great.
I remember he was great with Marquette. All right, Nate McMillan, Supersonics.
Oh wow, that's going back.
86 to 98.
Oh, was he 86? Okay.
Nate McMillan led the league in steals once and was great there for the entire duration of his career. It's not a surprise that he's defensively oriented head coach right now. I didn't know that. Wow.
He was a tough player. He's those forgettable guys. You don't remember him.
Here's one I liked. He used to play for the Knicks. Sugar Ray. Remember Sugar Ray?
Sugar Ray Richardson.
Michael Ray Richardson.
Michael Ray. He coined the phrase, right? We be sinking or something when he went to the Nets.
I think that was it. Yep. 78 to 86. He was a shooting guard, but he was a good defensive player. 2.6 steals.
Yeah.
Oh, he went 0.4 blocks. He was a little tragical story there. He had a great first 4 years, I think, and then he had some issues. And he could have been one of the greats. But he was a great defender. Yeah, I liked him. He was a good player. All right, Doug Christie. Doug Christie played for a ton of teams. Lakers, Knicks, Raptors, Kings, Magic,
he was long,
Mavericks, Clippers.
6'7", like long, skinny guy.
One-time defensive all-first team, 3-time all-defensive second team. All right. I'm not going in any order here, by the way. because I got confused.
Okay, I got you. But
So don't let people don't get mad at me. Going, oh, he's better than him. Relax.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Relax. It's all good.
Okay, I like that.
All
that.
right,
No
this is what this show's about. It's a no pressure show because nobody cares.
Right.
All right, I do.
Well,
but
my mother cares.
Right. Yes, we have a big audience. I told you, the Isle of Man they're piling up.
Yeah, I love that one. I love that one. Yeah.
There's always a new one that pops up, a new country. This is just big news. But we have big news coming out, big interviews coming, and press release going out, and as they say in Hawaii, catch the wave.
Catch the wave.
Right,
Right.
The wave. Jerry West. Mr. Clutch.
Oh wow, yeah, Mr. Clutch. He had the long arms. He was savvy, savvy. I think he was a savvy defender. He kind of was smart, so he was always in the right place. Good rebounder, probably, right? And he was kind of quiet and stealthy, but he was he always covered the best guard on the other team. I think kind of shut him down, except for Clyde. Clyde kind of ate him up in that game 7, against 69-70.
Right.
But Jerry West was, he was a legend guy. Yep.
Here's a gentleman who just passed away, Jerry Sloan. Played for the Bulls too, right? Played with Van Leer.
Hard nosed guy.
Yeah, he played with Norm Van Leer. Jerry Sloan.
He used to cover Clyde, actually. He gave Clyde fits, I think, because he was, he bumped and grind and, hammer you. He was one of those kind of guys, like old school guy.
He was
Jerry
old
Sloan.
school. Baltimore Bullets, Chicago Bulls, 2.2 steals a game. He slacked. He was at 0.2 blocks. 4-time all-defensive first team, 2-time all-defensive second team. We like Jerry Sloan, and he was a good coach, right?
He was a great coach, yeah. Right, yeah.
Here's a dude. I remember this guy. I remember him. It's coming back to me. Alvin Robertson.
Alvin Robertson.
84 to 96. Played for the Spurs, the Bucks, the Pistons, and the Raptors.
Yep. He was a muscular type guy, right? He was a strong defender.
Yes, almost three steals a game. That's pretty.
Okay, wow, that much.
Good.
Okay, yeah. Another guy you forget about,
Yes,
you remember.
That's why we exist. We talk about people that other people forgotten about.
People that things don't talk about.
And then they go, oh yeah, right. Okay, whatever. So, Joe Dumars.
Oh wow, yeah, he was tough. I picture him being like an offensive threat, like a microwave guy that could heat it up fast. Yeah, he was a tough defender too. Another quiet, stealthy guy like West. I think he was just kind of like always out there, and you were aware that this guy's dangerous. So he was tough, solid guy. I like Joe.
Critical part of Chuck Daly's Jordan rules. Remember that Jordan's rules? Remember?
Yeah.
Like, don't let him shoot, beat the crap out of him. Pound him.
Yeah, he was tough. Yeah.
All right, so Joe Dumars makes the list.
Good one. Yeah.
Here's a guy you might know. You might just know him, John Havlicek. I'm just guessing.
Oh, yeah,
that's your
I kind of know
boy.
him.
That is your boy.
I'm surprised to have him as a guard though. He was really a forward, but he did play guard. Sometimes. Big guard. But hey, if you're going to put him in there,
by the way, these are all guards that we've been talking about. By the way, so I could get into centers and all that. So let's call this the Bullseye. Let's call this the guards, top guards. All right, cut me a break. Sorry, we don't have that long.
He might be one of the top guards in defense because I think he was all defensive player like 8 years, right? He had a lot of those first team, defensive players. Yeah, he was never stopped running, he would hound.
Right, but usually the guards are judged by steals, right? And mostly steals, right? And everybody else is judged
you don't
by
think of
rebounds,
defense,
right?
Yeah. But one thing about Havlicek, and you don't see it now, is he used to pick you up full court. Like if you charge him with the foul line on the other side, he was on you there. Now they wait till you get past half court and then they get on you. Back then, those guys would go right up your full court press. That was the old school way. Right away, get on you. And so Hondo was one of those guys.
Right.
So
we loved Hondo. Havlicek steals the ball. Havlicek steals the ball.
There you go.
Johnny Most.
Yeah.
Michael
Johnny
Cooper.
Most made him. Yeah.
Right. Michael Cooper.
He used to cover Bird tough. He was only about 6'6", Bird 6'9". He used to get right under him. Bird would try to post him. But they used to get front Bird, and he gave him fits. He gave Bird fits. He was physical too for a skinny dude. You know.
Boy, this is Ray K's wheelhouse, man.
Yeah, you can tell,
this
right?
Is your wheelhouse.
Yeah, exactly. This
Oscar
is it. That was my era, man.
Low and in. What?
That was,
that was his wheelhouse.
That was
that's
great
Oscar
era.
Gamble's wheelhouse. Low and in. You have to remember that, Oscar?
That was, self-dominated in the 60s, but the 80s was, it was about, I call it an even, it was like, it was just cool. That was a cool era.
All right, here we go. Here's another one. Ready? Sidney Moncrief. I know he went to Arkansas. Remember that.
He was a tough
the Bucks
guy.
and the Hawks. I do remember his career, 79 to 91. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, 4-time All-Defensive First Team, 1-time All-Defensive Second Team. Great perimeter defense. Sidney Moncrief makes the Bullseye. Top
It's
100.
too bad he didn't play on a better team because they used to always get eliminated either by the Celtics, Philly. They just never could make it out of the East, and I felt bad for Moncrief. Imagine him on the Celtics or a team like that, or the Lakers, say.
All right, well, here's number one of the guards, and then we'll hit a couple of the other positions. You've heard of this guy before, Michael Jordan. Was he all right? Was he good or was he just defense?
He was okay. He was okay. He was okay.
He one-time Defensive Player of the Year, 9-time All-Defense First Team. Air Jordan, he was pretty good, right?
He was not bad. He was not bad. Yeah,
we love
him. He's top three ever.
Yeah, I know. Now he owns race cars and all that good stuff. So
yeah, he's doing okay. That's my dog. By the way.
I know. Yeah. I could tell. I didn't think it was a cat.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
She wants my attention.
All right. Well, here's one you'll love. A small forward, Larry Bird.
Oh yeah. Well, underrated
for defense. Yeah, no, 3-time All-Defensive. Anyway, he was underrated. I just threw him in there because LeBron James, he was all everything. He's whatever. Defense,
Bird was
offense.
He was a great rebounder, and he had those quick hands. He used to slap the ball away a lot, if you remember. And he was quicker than people thought. I think he was slow-footed. They thought he was. Check the highlights out, boy. He was positioning. He knew how to get, and he used to bother people. He used to get under him when it went over him, and he kind of moved the body around. And he would get the steal like Isaiah Thomas knows.
Right.
When he gets the, that was a great play. Anticipation. He had the anticipation. So
what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Grant Hill? I lost my spot.
You're in my wheelhouse.
Wait. I mean, you're like, wow, blowing me. Was that Grant Hill you just talked about? Where we go? Larry Bird. Okay, LeBron James. Who cares? Bruce Bowen. Bowen played for Celtics, 76ers, Spurs. He played for the Spurs. Bruce Bowen or Bowen. I forget.
Oh, Bowen. He was like Cooper. He was like Cooper. He was like a 6'6" guy, but he was the
I never think about him. So the hell, the Meta World Peace. Meta World Peace.
Wow.
Lloyd
World
be
Peace.
free.
Yeah.
Meta
he was rugged. He was. He always wanted to fight back then.
Oh, that was Ron Artest, Meta World Peace. I'm thinking of Lloyd Freed.
Yeah. No. Yeah, Ron Artest. Man, he was a player.
Ron Artest, he went to St. John's, right? He was good. Meta World Peace.
He went to the Lakers for a while. He went to the Lakers. It was tough. I think he got a ring there, right, with Kobe. Didn't he get a ring?
Yeah.
I think he finally got a ring there.
He played for the Bulls, the Pacers.
He was a tough player. Yeah. He was a little bit, I think he had some issues, and I think he worked them out.
Does he still go by Meta World Peace? Do we know?
I believe so. I believe he does. Yeah.
Let's get him on the show. It'll be a great interview. Bullseye Grills, Meta World Peace. I want to know where the anger came from. What? Say what?
Yeah. Well, there was a thing on HBO or something, right? There was a special on about all that, about the the mental part of it.
He couldn't handle me. Meta World Peace.
No.
I'd go psycho on his ass. Believe me.
He'd be crying like a baby and
exactly
run.
Right. Exactly right. Scottie Pippen.
Well, Pippen was tough. He was tough. He was sneaky tough. He was quick. He had long arms, could leap, good rebounder. He was solid. That whole Bulls team was good defense. The whole Bulls team.
All right, we're going to go down here. We're going to go quick here. Rasheed Wallace, right, played for the Portland Hawks, Detroit Celtics, Bullets.
Yeah, he was good. He was a good player. He was a good player. I hated the Pistons, but he was
Karl Malone, the mailman.
He was another strong, good hands, good rebounder. He could slap the ball away too. He was good. That's an art, being able to hit the ball off the guy's thigh and out of bounds.
Right.
He was good at that kind of thing. Yeah.
The mailman delivers. Anyway, here's one of my favorites of all time, Dave the Busher. Love Dave DeBuscher.
Oh yeah, he was first team way back then. All those years.
Six-time
You know,
all-defensive first team. 6 times.
Yeah, he was tough. He was tough. Good rebounder. He used to play centers too. He played anybody, you know, and he was a rugged dude. Yeah, I like Dave. He was. I was a Celtic fan, but he was. Got to respect him.
All right, let me go down here a little bit more. Kevin Garnett, very good, the defensive player.
Yeah.
All right,
good,
he was
good,
right there.
long,
Dennis
7 foot.
Rodman, of course, can't forget the Worm.
That's what he was known for. Yeah.
Yeah, he was probably one of the. We're hitting the top 5 or 6
he's up
here
there.
coming down.
5 of all time.
Tim Duncan, I guess.
You don't think of him. You don't think
was
of
tall,
his defense,
so-
but he was all around.
2.3 blocks, 2.3 blocks a game because tall and he could
But he was
jump.
good
a
at
little
blocking
bit.
and then getting the rebound.
He was a good
you know?
player.
Yeah.
He was a good player. Here's a guy, one of your favorites, Yao Ming. Yao Ming.
Well, he was so
7 feet
tall.
6.
He was a force. Yeah, just the mere height of him would keep people out of the lane. So yeah, I guess just that.
But he
factor.
was coordinated, and this, there was Manute Bol, there was this Murasan, George Murasan, Sean Bradley, but Yao Ming had
Yeah, it
the
was like the era of
coordination.
7'7"ers. You know,
Right.
they had like 4
Skinny
7'7".
guys. Skinny
Oh,
guys,
yeah. Right. Hey, you're leaving out the top one ever. You know who I'm thinking of, right?
Yeah, I know.
Center.
I'll
Center.
get to it.
Who's
I'll
the
get
top
to it. I'm going to
defensive-
get to it. I'm going to get to it. Here's Wes Unseld.
Okay.
Here's Wes Unseld.
Let's do
Another
that one
guy you
last
loved.
before we wrap up. Wes was great because he had that great outlet pass.
All
You know,
right,
the
here we
2
go.
hands.
Here's the last 3. Ready? Moses Malone.
Yeah, unbelievable offense. Well, he's an offensive rebounder, but he's a great defensive rebounder, and he was tough. You couldn't push him out of the paint. When they tried to post him, he would have Kareem out like 15, 18 feet. He couldn't post in. So he was one of the strong guys, you know.
Right.
So he was good at that and a good rebounder, great rebounder. Yeah, I like him.
Robert Parrish makes the list.
I'm sounding like Marv Albert, right? You like my analysis?
Robert, yes. You're like what's his name? Marv Albert when he did the games with what's it? Van Gundy. I like Van Gundy. I couldn't think of his name.
Okay, give me 2 minutes, Red.
Okay, Moses Malone, Bill Walton, Dave Cowens, Shaquille O'Neal, Patrick Ewing,
All great.
Elvin
All great,
Hayes.
yep.
Oh, I love this guy. Artis Gilmore.
Yeah, he was for back then, the mid 70s. He was tough. Yeah, he was a good rebounder, and he's another guy you couldn't push into the lane. He would just the mere weight of him kept him out like 15 feet. You know, so he was good at that, like keeping the elbow on the guy and pushing him deep.
Right.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
Dave Cowens? One of your favorites.
Yeah, well, he was all hustle. You know, he was diving on the floor, which I love, slapping the ball out, diving, rebounding, jumping high. Only
yes, Dave Cowens.
leading the league in
Big
rebounds.
Red. Yes, I remember Dave
I loved him.
Cowens.
I loved him.
He went to
I loved
Florida.
him.
Was his
Yeah.
college Florida or Florida State?
Florida State.
All right,
yeah,
Artis Gilmore went to
forever.
Jacksonville. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, yes. We know all about
Yeah, he was
him.
great.
You know,
He was
yeah.
great.
It was Alonzo Mourning, Marcus
Yeah.
Marcus Camby, believe it or not, was a very good.
Yeah, well,
I do
he
believe
was a
it.
shot
good
blocker.
defensive
The
player,
shot
right.
blocker. Right. Matumbo was a great shot blocker.
Mark
I could
Eaton.
say.
Mark Eaton.
Yeah, his first
From the-
7'5" guy.
Right,
Was-
7.
was like
Yeah,
ball.
huge. That was a
Ball.
block. 5.6 blocks per game in 84-85 season. That's amazing,
That's
right?
good.
We're going to
give me
go
the
down.
last
Then we
two
got the
because you
last
know who they
two.
are.
We got the last two.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to go because the management, they're jumping up behind the glass there.
Yeah.
Okay, relax. Will Chamberlain. Will
Chamberlain was
Chamberlain.
second to me, the second best defensive player ever, center wise, because he could dominate inside completely. You know, I think he averaged 24 rebounds a game. He had something crazy. Like sometimes he blocked 17 shots or 21 shots. Ever see these statistics back then?
Yeah, he was.
So he was
But
scary.
they really didn't record steals and blocks. Did you know that back in those days?
I heard about
Yes.
that, but somehow they knew how many. I
He
guess
has
they went back
no
and saw the
numbers
game.
here next to him. They have no numbers.
Yeah,
Unknown.
right.
Wolf the Stilt.
Right,
Unknown.
right.
All right, real quick. Dikembe Mutombo. Nate Thurman.
Yeah, another strong
I love
muscular.
Nate Thurman, right? Muscular,
Yeah, I
lots
love
of
Nate.
veins.
Lot of veins, lot
Ben
of veins.
Wallace. Right,
Yeah, he
played
was-
for
he was
a
another
ton
short-
of teams: Magic, Bulls, Cavaliers, Bullets.
Yeah.
Four-time
Ton of-
defensive player. All right, David
Yeah,
Robinson. All
Yeah,
right,
he was
very
great.
good.
Yeah.
Right, played
Yeah.
with Duncan. That was a great team. Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah, he's another great one. Wow, a lot of them. I didn't realize there were this many great players. You know, offense and defense. You know, he was.
And rounding out number one, Bill Russell.
Number six, Bill Russell. Yeah, I think you got to give him number one because of
Bullseye gave him number one.
Well, he would block the shot, keep it in play. That was his thing. And if you see the highlights, he really did do that. And he didn't block it out of bounds. He'd block it either off the backboard or catch it after the block, or block it to a teammate. So that was his gift. And he was in the 24, 26 rebound category. Along with all the blocks. And he ran the floor after the block.
Yes.
So he would, Will too, but Russell would run it. He had a great outlet pass. And I think he was intimidating because he was like the bullseye. He would talk.
Yes.
I think it was he was more psychological.
The cerebral assassin. Bullseye.
The cerebral.
Assassin.
Yeah.
The king of the insult.
As top defender because of the cerebral side of you.
Yes.
Yeah. Right?
I'll do whatever it takes. I'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah. You'd be the guy.
Violence.
That was good. Good show. Good show.
All right,
yes.
You were very
everything.
impressive today. You were on.
Yeah, you were in my wheelhouse today. That was great.
In your wheelhouse. You were on. Thank you to Honolulu, Hawaii. Thank you to everybody.
Go to Hawaii, man. Let's ride the surf.
Yes. We're going.
Ride
It's
a tidal
getting
wave.
big. The best is yet to come.